Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Vechain. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, as you can see, we are on the daily chart for Vechain, and we have a little buy zone here from our previous updates. So as you can see, the buy zone is anywhere from 0.0234 cents all the way down to 0.020 cents. So basically all the way down to 2 cents. This is a very good buying range for Vechain in my opinion, because this is the low that we printed in June of 2022, and we haven't retraced down there yet, but we are in this zone right now. We're trying to break out of it, but we're failing to do so. If I just kind of make this a little bit easier to see, there we go. And I have a Fibonacci retracement set up as well, and we have the 1.618 target here at 3 cents, but we would be targeting that only after we start breaking through this swing high that we printed in September. For now, we are simply running into the 382. We're running into the top of this buy zone here, and there's a very good chance that this is our local high and we start coming back down to a lower level of support. For example, the 0.236 at 0.02240 is a good level to buy back Vechain if you're looking to take some profits right now, which honestly I'm not taking any profits for any cryptos, because I do feel like there is a potential, just a small chance, that we might see a stronger breakout towards the upside until we get to the FOMC meeting in November. That is supposedly happening in November on the 2nd or 3rd. I don't remember, but sometime in the first couple of days of November, we're going to get the next FOMC meeting. And chances are they're going to increase the interest rates by another 75 basis points, and that will drive the markets down. Maybe not as hard as the last time in October, but regardless, the markets are probably going to go down. And that's why I just think that we may see a little move to the upside to get as many people as possible opening up long positions, get those people bullish, and then just drop the markets back down, liquidating everyone. So that is how the markets work. That is how the exchanges and the market makers make money. Now, one thing you can see here is that we do have a large broadening descending wedge pattern here, and there is a good chance that if we continue with this relief rally and we get really bullish, we may run into this white trend line. And we did that twice before, once in November, once in April this year, and right now we can do the same thing in November. Now, when we eventually break above this trend line, I think that will be a major signal that we are about to start printing higher highs and we're about to get ready to the bull market. And I think, in all honesty, I think the bull market will start at the end of 2023, getting closer towards the halving that we're going to see for Bitcoin. Until that time comes, you still have time to dollar cost average into all of your altcoins, which is what I'm doing right now. And if we jump into the daily RSI, let's see what's going on here. So we do have some sort of a symmetrical triangle right now. If you see a capitulation, I would be targeting this pink trend line for entries, because you had 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces off of that in the past couple of months, in the past 6 months, I should say. And you had a little fake out here in May because the capitulation was just too strong for the pink trend line to hold. And then above us, you have this resistance trend line with 2 touches, one in March, one in August, and potentially the next one coming sometime in November if we see a relief rally, if we see any sort of a move to the upside, because usually October and November are bullish months for crypto if you count the last 3 years. Of course, right now we are in a bear market, so things could be different, things always could change, but still I'm expecting some sort of a move to the upside in the next month. And if we don't print a new bottom for Bitcoin in the next 100 days, if we get to spring and we haven't seen $17,500 lost, I think this is it's going to be very it's going to be fairly easy to say that this is our low, because the time in between the market lows and the Bitcoin halvings, those usually approximately you have 400 to 500 days from the low to the halving. And from here right now, we have 639 days. So there is a chance that Bitcoin may print a lower low here. And from that low, we may have like 300 and 400 days left to the halving. But if that doesn't happen in the next 100 days, I don't think we're going to be losing 17,500 because in spring, I'm expecting the markets to start printing higher highs and higher lows because the energy crisis is probably going to settle down at that point. Winter is going to be behind us and things are going to start looking bullish. So that's just what I think. And a good exit here for the RSI would be above us here in this area. And even if we enter the overbought zone above the index of 70, that could be a good area to take some profits as well. And afterwards, we're expecting another dump to the downside, and that's your entry point. So that's regarding the daily chart for Vechain, and I want to switch over to the Binance chart. Switching over to the Binance chart, things are a bit simpler here. As you can see, we simply have a buy zone anywhere from 0.0217 cents down to 2 cents. That's the zone that we did wick through a couple of times here. But yeah, this is a good zone to start buying Vechain. And in general, you can see that we are in this sideways channel here, crab market, so to speak. And once you start breaking through this high, that's going to be very, very bullish because you've retested this resistance in May, in June, in August, and one more retest could be coming in November or before the end of the year, and we may dump once again. So you're just going up and down, up and down, up and down until something happens and you break up, right? And that will happen. So be careful with your swing trades. Never expose yourself when you don't need to. Never force a trade. For example, if you're coming up here right now and you're forming a bullish cross with the EMAs and you're thinking, well, we might just drop down tomorrow, and you actually get some bullish news tomorrow, something like Tesla starts accepting Bitcoin again, and the markets start rallying, and you're left down here with your cash while your coin did a 10x in 2 days, right? And there's no one to blame but you. That's why you have to be very careful with swing trades, especially near the bottom of the bear market. And we are very close to the bottom. So yeah, 0.03349 cents or 3.5 cents or 335 actually. That's what I'm trying to read there. That's the number. That is a very important level for us to break. Now, what I could also do is I could take a Fibonacci retracement, which I like to do, and take this low in October and take the high in August, and you're going to have your 1.618 target here at 4.5 cents. So if I just take a price tag and put that there, from where we are right now, that would be a 92% trade. Now, we would always target the 1.618, and you know that already, after we break the first fib level here. And the first fib level is currently at 0.03382. So after breaking this local high, you're looking at the 1.618. And funny enough, that 1.618 target perfectly aligns with the lows that we have here in March and in January of this year. So this would be an important back test of resistance, right? You can see that you had touch here, touch here, touch here, another touch here, then you broke down and you never came back up to retest that. So that's something that we potentially could be looking at before we see another move down and then a break. These are just important resistance levels for you to know and to have on charts, because if you want to take profits in the midterm, you have these levels, and not everyone wants to hold the tokens for 2 to 5 years. Right? So I'm just giving you guys some nice levels to take some profits at. Generally speaking, Vechain is very overbought right now, not overbought, oversold on the daily and on the weekly. But if you go to the 4-hourly, I think we're going to be overbought actually. Well, yeah, very, very close to overbought because the markets are rallying, obviously, and we're getting a bullish cross on the 4-hourly chart. But I highly doubt that we're going to go anywhere higher than this golden ratio, because if you take a look at this Fibonacci retracement, you have your golden ratio over here at 0.02824, and you're down there. So you may pump all the way up there and get rejected, just like you did here in August and just like you did here in September. So this could be just a repeat of previous highs, and breaking this high, that would make me raise my eyebrow and say, the Vechain is doing something bullish. But until that happens, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching the video. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join me on Patreon. That's a great way for you to get more exclusive content, and that's a great way for you to support the channel, obviously. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye and good night.